Hey everyone, I'm Sankalp, and today I'm going to teach you how you can build reliable browser automation using Optexity. So first, we need to go to optexity.com and just sign in. I'm going to use sign in with Google. And for the first step, what we'll do is download the browser extension to record our screen. Then we add that extension to the Chrome. Finally, we have the extension. We can pin this extension for easy use. Now, when you start this extension, it'll require an API key. So I'll generate this API key. In the first example, what we're going to do is fetch the stock prices from the website. So I'm going to head over to stockanalysis.com and start the browser extension. I'm going to enter the API key. Now I can start capturing my workflow. We're going to wait 5 seconds before we start. So the workflow in this example is very simple. We head over to the search bar. We add an Apple as a stock and we click on Apple. And finally, we get this page. At this point, we would extract the current stock price, and hence we'll just complete the capture. At this point, our recording is saved successfully. If you head over to dashboard and refresh, you'll see a new automation being created. At this point, the automation is being generated and being processed by the Optexity server, and it's going to take a few minutes before we see the final automation. Now, after the recording has completed, you'll see it on the dashboard. You can view the recording by editing the recording. If you see here, you'll see the starting URL, the parameters. In our case, it's a search term, which is the stock symbol, and the commands that were used to run the automation. Now, this is a very simple automation where you type in the stock symbol and you go to the stock price page. However, in this case, it doesn't extract out anything because there's nothing we told AI during our recording that we wanted to extract this out. Hence, we're going to add an extraction node in this one. Now we add the extraction node here. For adding the extraction node, this is a structure that we add an extraction action, which is using an LLM, using a screenshot. And what we want is the stock name, stock price, and stock symbol, and with some extraction instructions. Now we save the automation. Our final automation is complete. Now we can run this automation regularly. Now we'll run the inference. So I've already cloned the Optexity repository, but you can also go to the GitHub, follow the instructions, and clone the repository. Everything is open source and free. Now you go back to the terminal and start a command of running the child process. This will start an inference server locally on your computer on 9000 node. Now you can go back to the browser uh, and see the docs of the running inference server. Now what we're going to do now is start running the API. So I want to extract out the stock price. For me, the input parameter is NVIDIA, and there's no unique parameter. The endpoint name can be obtained from the dashboard, and the parameter would also be from the automation. Now, if you see this parameter is different from what we recorded during the train time. Now we can just run this automation and see the browser in action. This will open up a browser window. Um, the agent is going to type NVIDIA into the uh, browser, and it's going to extract out all the data on the website. After it's completed, it's going to be sent back to the server, and everything would be shown in the dashboard. We're just going to wait a few seconds before the agent extracts out everything. Now our automation is complete. We can head back to the dashboard, go to tasks, and see the final task that's run. If you expand the task, you can see what was the input parameter, what was the output data, the final screenshot, uh, and all the LM use token usage that happened. Thanks so much.